representing the legendary Al Davis, and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Welcome to the field, your Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, there are often times, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Williams starting with the pass here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Forced out to his right. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
A play fake, now Smith to throw. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action, here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap to Smith. He lofts it deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Williams. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. Full extension, and he brings it in! They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Williams to throw on 1st. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Williams on the play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Williams from the gun. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Swift gets it, going left. That played good for looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you are that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Staying grounded with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Dylan Laube on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. He's got it over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now first carry here for Ashton Genty. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
He's across midfield.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd
So
and
much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Genty on 2nd. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Smith. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. They get 35 out of that one. And that's good for a Raiders first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Broke through the tackle. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now first run of the game, Zamir White. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp, because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters. Smith looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finds him over the middle.
And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
It's a gain of a yard.
Here we go. Here's one of those
Brings
game
up
situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Going to run again with Swift. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They're going to run here. Kyle Monungai. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, Williams to throw. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st down, here's Swift. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Complete to Olamide Zacchaeus. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Williams will look to throw. This throw is caught. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. First and goal, Swift. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears now lead by 10. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Santos now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
14, Raiders 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's White on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. And go play fake here with Smith. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Here's 2nd and 5. Hauled in by Myers. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action. Here's Smith. Rolling out to his left. And he's brought down at the line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Smith to the air now. Brought in by his back here, it's Genty. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Counter give to Genty. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Another give here to Genty. And whatever they were trying to do there's not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Smith setting to throw. That's complete to Bowers outright. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
A gain of 6.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. They'll run for this. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
Running from the pistol here with Genty. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
Another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Smith on 1st down. He'll get this to Tucker. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Genty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. Here's Smith. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On the sneak, it's Smith. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Geno Smith with a touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 4.
Raiders 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down, Bears.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run it with Manunga. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And finds Komet downfield. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Working from the gun, Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down, Chicago.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
Komet's got it, left side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To throw is Williams. And the defender comes away with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Play fake. Here's Smith. Connects on the crosser. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Raiders.
So it's the 2-minute warning
down.
here from Allegiant.
First and 10
The
at
Raiders
the 45-yard line.
trailing on the scoreboard. Ball on the 45, first and 10. From the gun, Smith. He's going to tuck it and run. This one doesn't get much, down to the 41. Stopped by Grady Jarrett.
Taken down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Smith's pass.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Brings up
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
A.J. Cole on to punt. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Williams from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Williams to throw. Stays in the pocket. All the way to the right, it's intercepted! And the Raiders will take over with the football just outside the 30. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety, and those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
The Raiders have their offense back out there. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
30-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Smith. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
It's a gain of
Timeout
11.
taken by the offense, their
And
second.
the Raider
And they still have
first
one in their
down.
pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 19-yard
You know, it sure seems
line.
like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this first and goal.
12
Kate,
more
I can't
yards.
tell you how good that is.
That's
Anticipating the
another
outcut,
Las
having the ball
Vegas
on the way before the
first
receiver's
down.
head even turns.
First
He
and
puts it
goal
on
at the
him so that
7-yard
receiver can
line.
easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They kick the running back in motion. Blitz coming for Smith. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
To Michael Mayer.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
3-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Smith yet again. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders take the lead just before halftime.
Raiders.
Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Carlson now to add one
on
more.
for the point after.
The point after splits the
Kick
uprights.
is good.
And the Raiders push their lead to
Makes the
3.
score Raiders 17, Bears 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a
At
touchback.
their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. Big gain downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3.
Cairo Santos. to
Santos
kick off
has it
for
all teed up and
Chicago.
ready to send this away. Here's White on the return. Jukes one defender. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Raiders take over first
Out
and
come the
10
Raiders. They'll have it
at
first to
their
begin the
own
third quarter.
27-yard line.
And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Genty, the ball carrier.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to Genty. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They've got a man in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Looking Myers, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Smith finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for Raiders first.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Genty from the gun. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's good for another Las Vegas.
Not the biggest game, but exactly what they needed. Just get the 1st down and keep this drive rolling.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Pressure comes. Smith. He's got it at the 5. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Going power with the big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Las Vegas.
Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Daniel
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 38-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 38. He set up the screen here to Swift. Escapes a defender. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Runs inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the
that one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Williams to throw on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
For DJ Moore.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. A draw now. This is Swift. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He lofts it deep left. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Santos' kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Raiders 24.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's White on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Edmonds on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Play action, here's Smith. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Shotgun give here to Genty. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the 48. Brought in by his back here, it's Genty. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Throw left side, complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A play fake, now Smith to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
It's complete. This is Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Smith to the air now. Now setting up the screen to Mostert. Jukes out a one-stop, and it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Genty runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Carlson now to add one more.
The point after.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
31, Bears 17. Daniel
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
Las Vegas.
Here's Duvernay on the return. Juke the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working from the gun, Williams. And as a catch for Luther Burden. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down, Bears.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They are on the counter with Swift. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Williams off the play fake. On the move, headed right. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Williams on the scramble. A 28-yard gain.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Swift gets it on the option. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the third quarter.
Brings up second.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go with Monungai here. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Williams from the gun. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Santos' kick is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Cairo
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Laube with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. On 1st down, Genty. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Here's Smith. Hits him on the out route. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
1st down, Smith to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And again, it's Smith. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
A gain of 6. And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Smith on 1st down. He's got it downfield near the edge. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
26-yard line.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Hits his running back. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Here's Genty. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Here's a give inside to Mostert. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders making a 3-score game in the 4th.
Las Vegas.
Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push their lead to 18.
Raiders 38, Bears 20.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
For the Raiders.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down, Williams hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
From the 36. Steps up, and he's running with it. Williams hitting, that ball's out. And this is going to be Raiders football.
Man, that run was looking so good for him. But you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose. Ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now following the turnover. Short pass brought in. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Jeanty. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On the sneak at Smith. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
For a QB sneak to actually go backwards, a couple things have to happen. Fumble of a snap, or that front defensively absolutely overwhelms the line of scrimmage. That one was the latter, and kudos to them.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Williams will look to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Buys time, rolling right. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New set of downs for him at the 38. And off to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. From the gun, Smith. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
1st and goal, they go option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Motioning Myers right. Touchdown! The Raiders put up even more points in a win. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Carlson now to add one more.
The point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders continue piling onto this lead.
Bears 20.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
For Las Vegas.
Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears about set for their next possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout.
It's a gain of 10.
And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Williams set to pass. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throw by Williams. That finds Komet downfield. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line.
24-yard gain.
Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout.
1st down.
And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Williams again. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.